Hey, I'm Dylan at Western Bikeworks, and this is New Arrivals, April 2016. The Force. Boba Fett. Spring has sprung and everything in the world is fresh and new. The buds on the trees, my allergy to man-prees, and also a lot of products coming out of some of the bigger manufacturers in the cycling industry. Today we're going to focus on 3 products in particular from Bell Sports, their Super 2R MIPS, but now in the limited Star Wars edition. We have a Boba Fett and a Stormtrooper version. We also have from Shimano, a little company you might have heard of out of Japan, their Tokyo Urban Daypack. Yes, Shimano makes backpacks, and this one is amazing. And also from our friends in Utah, Enve Composites, we have their new 3.4s with their brand new full carbon hubs. But first, let's focus on the Super 2R MIPS from Bell Sports. If you're not familiar with this helmet, this represents the pinnacle of Bell Sports development in bicycle helmet technology. It is an enduro helmet. It's also a full-face helmet. So if you do enduro riding, you don't need the full coverage of a chin bar, but you dabble in downhill racing, then the Super 2R is the helmet for you because it has this detachable chin bar. So it's a full-faced helmet and it passes any number of downhill certifications. You can watch a video on Bell Sports' website that describes the testing protocol that they go through. They had to develop a new testing sled in order to test the impact of the chin bar, but the chin bar also comes off, which is an amazing feature. So if you don't need the protection of a full face helmet, if you're just going to go out riding with your buddies, but you still want that occipital protection, then the Super 2R is going to provide that. It also has breakaway screws on this multi-position visor. It has a really nice GoPro or other action camera mount that also breaks away to prevent injury, so you don't need any zip ties, any straps, anything like that. That's a really cool feature. It also features their ecstatic padding, which is a silver infused padding that keeps the funk, keeps the microbial growth at bay. It also features their tag retention system, which functions in 2 axes, in 2 planes. So not just circumferentially, which is around your head, but also vertically to make sure you get the best fit possible. Overbrow ventilation, 4 ventilation ports here at the top to integrate with your goggles ventilation, and 23 massive vents. So if you're climbing up an unshaded climb before you hit that burly descent, this is going to keep you really nice and cool. And it also incorporates the MIPS system, which is a multi-directional impact protection system. So Bell Sports, who has invested in MIPS as a company, really believes in this technology because it reduces the incidence of rotational violence to your brain. It has a slip plane in here which allows the shell of the helmet to rotate without having your head rotate, which reduces rotational violence to the brain, helps prevent brain injuries. Really nice helmet from Bell Sports. The MIPS Super 2R comes in this Boba Fett design, but also in the Stormtrooper version right here. And from a scrappy little outfit out of Osaka, Japan, you might have heard of Shimano, comes the Tokyo Urban Daypack. Now, Shimano, you may know from pretty much every innovation in bicycle component technology in the last 90 years. They have delved into the soft goods, into the bag market, and they've come out with a whole range of bags, not just for the urban commuter, for the enduro rider, and for the cross-country rider as well. But what we're going to focus on today is their Tokyo Urban Daypack. This is a 23-liter multi-function, super nice daypack. It has a roll top to keep things really nice and secure, made out of water-resistant ballistic nylon, so it's going to take all the abuse of daily commuting. Has really nice pockets in here that you can organize all of your stuff. Also has side access pockets, one of which accesses the main compartment so you don't have to go through the roll top. And then on the other side, they have a padded laptop sleeve that's going to accommodate your laptop without being able to go through the top of this. And then the closure system, really nice, rolls down, has this nice elastic hook closure that accommodates loads of varying capacities. If we look at the back of the bag, we have a nice anatomical back piece that keeps the pack off of you, so it's gonna keep you cool even on the longest rides through those hot summer commutes. Also has an adjustable sternum strap, slides up and down, nice buckle closure here, and then a host of accessory loops. 2 here, 3 of them here that you can put a U-lock through, and then these 3 cargo straps that are expandable, a little stretchy, so you can put a helmet in here, you can put an additional U-lock in these cargo straps, and if you live in somewhere like the Pacific Northwest where your commutes can be rainy, we also have this little expandable rain fly that comes out, nice high vis to keep you visible on that rainy commute. And if you don't need that, say you live in Arizona or something like that, you can detach it entirely. And then also here on the side, a nice little zipper pocket to access things that you use all the time. Say your keys. Also fits a water bottle really nicely. The Tokyo Urban Daypack also has a rigid handle here for carrying around. Awesome bag. I've used the same commuter bag for about 10 years and thought that I would have it forever, but once this thing came out, I know I'm gonna switch to this. So look for this. It comes in a few colors. It comes in olive, kind of a light khaki, and this black. And if you checked out our inner bike coverage this year, in particular outdoor demo, then you got a sneak peek at what our friends from Enve in Utah have up their sleeves for spring. In particular, their all new full carbon hubs. Now this is the new Enve SES 3.4, and what the 3.4 refers to is the depth of the rim in the front and the rear. So it's a 35mm front rim and a 45mm rear rim to manage the different aerodynamic demands of the front and the rear wheel. But what is dramatically improved is the brake track. We have this new in-molded textured brake track, which is going to improve braking performance by 30%. Heat management is going to be much better. Braking performance in wet and dry conditions dramatically improved. So if the braking performance of a carbon clincher is what was holding you back from trying them, then don't worry about that anymore. Enve has you covered. But what we're most excited about and what you got a sneak peek at Outdoor Demo was their new full carbon hub shell. Yes, Enve are composite masters, and they figured out a way to make a full carbon hub shell that does not have drilled holes for the spokes. They are in molded, meaning that the fibers are continuous to create a very strong, very lightweight structure. 24 spokes, front, rear, and they partnered with DT Swiss, our friends out of Colorado, to make the internals. So DT Swiss handles the internals, that star ratchet, which is very maintenance-free, low drag, awesome system, and our friends from Ceramic Speed to create the bearings. Enve is also the only cycling wheel manufacturer to use the stability index protocol borrowed from Formula One, where it tests the aerodynamic efficiency of a structure using different yaw angles. And why this is important is if you think about those canyons when you're descending and you get very rapidly changing wind conditions, they want to make sure that any wind that encounters the front wheel is not going to require a massive input from the rider to keep you upright. So they use that testing protocol and have demonstrated unequivocally that this is going to be a very, very stable wheel set regardless of the yaw angle of the wind conditions. Have any questions about this or anything else? Give us a call. Visit our stores in Portland or Tigard or at westernbikeworks.com.